Well, hi, this is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it's stamping time. This is Friday evening, 7 o'clock, and I'm here with my fabulous Friday Facebook Live, and I am excited to show you this card. It is called a Cascading Pleated card, and this it has these 3 levels, and it stands up so prettily. And so there's the first level, and then there's the second one, and there's the inside one. And it looks complicated, but it really is quite easy to make. I will be using tonight this free stamp set. It's from the Sale-a-bration brochure. It comes with the stamp set and an embossing folder for a $100 purchase of product. Softly sophisticated. I'm going to be using the hello there and you're in my thoughts. So that's for the greetings for the card. And that's the only stamping I will be doing. So I'm going to start out. The card base is Bubble Bath. And it is 4 1/4 by 9 1/2. And we're going to score. I'll bring in the scoreboard. We are going to score it at 5 1/2, at 6 1/2, at 7 1/2, and at 8 1/2 along the long side, like this. Then we're going to turn it. I know you can see the score lines here. Hopefully you can see them. We're going to turn it at 3/4. We're going to use the 3/4 on that side. And we're going to score from this edge down to the 3-inch, stopping at 3 inches. So it's going to come down to the next to the last score, down to there. And then we're going to score it at 1 1/2 inches, stopping at the 1 inch, the first score. So 1 1/2, there's 1 1/2 is right to the edge, here, like that. And the 1 inch would be this last score that we did. So we'll move it down to there and score it there. So now we have one that goes down 3 inches, 1, 2, 3, and then we have one that goes to just 1 inch. Then we are going to cut along the score line, just below the score line, along the 1 inch, clear to the 1 inch score. Then we're going to go diagonally up to the 2 inch score line, like that. And we will cut along the 3/4 inch. At the 3/4 inch. And then we cut from that 3 inch score line up to 4 inches, like that. So you have a stair-step type thing, and you can kind of trim it up a little bit. I was kind of crooked there, so I'm going to trim it just a touch. You can also trim this once you've you've got your panels on there. Okay, so the first fold is this way. It's a mountain fold. See? Mountain fold. This becomes the base. Then we do a valley fold on the next score line. And another mountain fold. And finally another valley. So here are our cascading pleats, like that. Then we're going to add designer series paper and some cardstock. This is going to be in the back. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on right now. It's hard to decide which side, but I'm going to use the green leafy side. This paper is the beautiful Flight Airy designer series paper, which is also free in the Sale-a-bration for a $50 purchase. And if you love it as much as I do, you are going to want to get it right away and not wait until the end of February, because it will sell out fast. Okay, so now this piece of the bubble bath is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and it goes. I'm going to be putting it onto this here. But before I do that, I will put the designer series paper on it. Because it's easier to work this way than it is put together. On my sample, I put it together and then put all the designer series paper on. Okay, so I score that again, make it good and tight. And I'm going to put stamp and seal along here. Like so. And then this fits right into the fold. Like so. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, then the front piece is 2 3/4 by 4 inches for the front panel. And I chose, rather than put designer series paper on it, I fussy cut this out of one of the designs. And I'm going to put that on the front. With just little dabs of multi-purpose liquid glue. Hopefully. How's the weather where you guys are? We've had snow here, and it's still around, but it's melting slowly. I think maybe we got at the most 3 inches. We had last week very cold weather. Pipes broke all over town. And the plumbers have been very busy. At our church, the pipes broke in the kitchen, and they were able to, and flooded the kitchen. They were able to get it fixed far enough so that they could turn off the water to the sink where the pipe broke and turn the water back on for the rest of the church. Okay, so now I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to be doing hello there. I'm going to do this in Memento ink. It's my go-to black ink. I'll just put it on. The thing I like about photopolymer sets, stamp sets, is that you can see exactly where you're stamping. And while we're at it and have the ink out, we're going to ink up our greeting for the inside of the card. You're in my thoughts. I use that a lot because we've got elderly people who are more or less homebound, and so I like to send cards to them. And it's just a good general one altogether. Should put that on first. Like that. And now we'll put the front card on. So that covers it up like so. And we'll put some adhesive on the front pleat. There you have it. It opens out so you can see that on the inside. You could write a more extensive greeting on this side if you really like. But it's a unique card. It stands by itself. And like you say, as you can see, it is a quick one to make. Oh, got to put some bling on it. These are some that were left over from the 2021-22 annual catalog. They're called Genial Gems, and they have a little bit of a gold flecky in them. And I thought this green, pastel green, would look nice. I'm sure you can find some other green bits of glitter or stuff to put on in place of these if you don't have these left over. And we're going to put, no, we can't put that there. Well, I'll put it up here on top. So we got a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glitz that kind of coordinates with the green of the leaves. So there you have it. It's a Cascading Pleats card, fancy fold, and can make it quickly in 15 minutes if you have the stuff pre-cut. I'll put the directions up on my blog, the measurements on my blog, and I'll put a link to this video on my blog as well. My blog is soggystamper.com. If you have any questions, you can email me, sue@soggystamper.com. And if you need any of the products, especially this beautiful Flight Airy Designer Series paper, go to my store, creationsbysue.stampinup.net. If you go to my blog, soggystamper.com, in the upper right-hand corner is a Shop Now button, and that will take you to my store. So you don't really have to remember creationsbysue.stampinup.net, because that's a lot to remember. Anyway, this video will go up on my YouTube channel, The Soggy Stamper, this evening. And if you have left any comments, since I focus on my stamping, I miss what you might be saying, and I apologize for that. But I will, once I'm through filming, I will be sure to respond back to your comments. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you again next Friday night at 7 o'clock with another Fabulous Friday Facebook Live. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.